Good afternoon, this is Mr. Mellick again, and today I want to give you a lesson on the plate joiner and or biscuit joiner. That's what this machine is. You'll find it in the tool cabinet, and what it's for is putting in these little biscuits or making the groove for these little biscuits to go into your board when you're joining boards up to give them more strength. As I stated earlier, glue is stronger than wood because the glue fills the dead cells and it gives it a stronger bond. So putting this biscuit in here, it gives you a more surface area around your project or around your glue in your project. So what I have for you is the biscuit joiner or the plate joiner in the box. I guess I can show you the box that you'll find it in. It's right here. It sits in the tool cabinet. Okay, and when you take it out of the box, it'll be folded up like this. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to, on this side, turn this knob, and that's going to allow the plate to come down and lock into place. Now, if you need to go for a bigger angle, you can drop it down again and do an oddball angle if needed. But most of the time, most students are just going to use it at that 90, and then you're going to tighten that out. Then you're going to grab your board, and you want your blade in this to come no more than halfway through the board. So the blade, as you see when you push this down, it comes out right there. So your board, you can measure the thickness on it, and there's a gauge here on the side giving you this number here with the white line, and you adjust that with this screw on top to go up or down. I have it already set at the desired thickness that I want, so I'm going to tighten this screw here, and now it's set. Then you need to select the correct biscuit for what you want to do. There are 3 biscuits that we have here in the shop. There is a 0, which is this little one. Currently we have a 10, which is this next big one, and it's got a 10 on the back. I don't know if you could see that. And then there is a 20. You need to set over here on the side, there's this dial here, and there's a red line on the dial. Let me see if it can't get it. Okay, and you're going to turn the knob so that it lines up with whichever biscuit that you are wanting to do. So I'm going to set up with a 10, or I mean a 0, and my red line's on that. And that stops the blade from coming out as far. So if I set this down here and pull this back, you can kind of see how far that comes out for a 0. But then if I flip it to a 20, that blade comes out further yet again. So I'm going to set it for a 0 cut, which is a 0 biscuit. Set this off to the side. Now I'm going to grab my work here. I have my boards. I'm going to join together and glue those up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pencil mark, and I'm just going to draw a line across both boards where I want my biscuit to be. Right there and right there. Just like that. There's a line and there's a line. Next, I'm going to take my board, and typically I would clamp it down. I'm going to show you here. And I'm going to set this up. There's a red line right here and right there. You're going to line that line up with the pencil mark, and then you're going to push it in. Just pull the trigger and push it in. So I'm going to show you on the tabletop here. Line the lines up. Pull the trigger. And do that on the other one. And then do that on this piece. And now I have my grooves in my board. They look like that. Your biscuit will set right in there, like so. And then when you put the other half of the board together, it slips in there as well, giving you a good, clean, and secure cut, or secure clamping. Okay? It helps self-center it, keeping everything self-centered and making the seam stronger. As you can see, I used a 0. A 10 should not close all the way. Yeah, it won't close all the way. Okay, now how does this work too? The biscuit is made out of compressed wood, and when it gets wet, it swells. So then I would have another biscuit there. But you can see how that works. The biscuit, when it gets wet, it swells, and it gets tight inside that hole. And because it swells and the glue is there, it helps make it a tighter joint. So what I've shown you is how to use the biscuit joiner, which is one of the cuts for the sit-down creeper, or if you're going to glue up multiple boards for a tabletop or something, biscuits would be wise to use. I thank you for that. And going over it again, just real quick, you have the adjustments. Sliding it all back up, slide that back. Okay, height adjustment over here, and then you tighten it up and down here, and you just pull the trigger, and the blade comes out like that. And that is the biscuit joiner. Thanks. Have a great day.